Hi, this is Carol, and I'm going to teach you the beginner Tai Chi moving for better balance. And you can follow me. Every move will start to your left, so you can follow me as I will be doing mirror image, so you will be on the correct arm or leg as we go. So be sure to breathe. Be sure to soften your knees. We're going to do a warm-up first that we always do in class. And if you will step your feet farther apart for this part, the rest of the time we'll have our feet closer, but I want you to do this for the warm-up. We're going to do the first part of the warm-up only one time, but I would like for you to do it 4 times when you are doing it at home, because you will get your whole body warmed up with it, and be sure to breathe. So here we go. We're going to take our arms up. So take a big inhale. When you get to the top, put your palms toward each other, bend your knees, take your hips out into a squat, bring your arms down, and when you get down here, scoop. This is called Old Person Digs Garden. When you get up here, do a little sway back, just imagine you're in your garden. Come back down, reverse, your arms go out first, squat, bring your dirt up through the center, take it up overhead, and stretch back. Let's do that one more time. So you bring your arms down. This is going to be your scoop. This is you working in your garden. You're going to scoop up the dirt, bring it up overhead, arch your back and stretch, and then reverse that by bringing your arms down first. Squat, pick up your dirt, bring it up through your center, and take it up. And then we're going to take our arms to the side, and you're going to turn to your left, this way, in a lunge. Keep both knees soft. Take your arms up. Do the same thing we did. You're going to take your arms up, stretch, bring them down in front of you. Take your hips out, bend down, get your dirt, bring it back up, arch back. And you will do this one 2 times, but we're going to go ahead and turn. So take your arms down, turn yourself to the other side. Get your stability in your legs. Be sure to bend your knees and kind of sit downward. Take your arms up, big inhale, stretch back. Bring your palms together, come down through the center. Point your trowel down to the ground. Pick up the dirt, bring it up. Arch back, and come back down, and reverse it, down, and back up. Very slow. The slower you go, the better. And then we take our arms down. And we're done with the warm-up, so we're going to come back to center. Be sure that you do 4 times facing forward, and 2 times facing each side, and then come back to center. Our stance for Tai Chi is with our feet in what we call horse stance. So you're just about hip distance apart. You're going to always keep your knees soft in Tai Chi. So bend your knees just a little bit, and we're going to open the door, what is called open the door. So we're going to bring our arms up, big inhale, and as we bring them down, we're taking energy up from the earth, and now we're bringing it down from the heavens, and we're going to push it behind us. And we're going to do that again. Take your arms up, bring energy up from the earth, and then softly, elbows are always bent, knees are always bent in Tai Chi. Press it back. And then we're ready to begin our first form, which is called hold the ball. And we have a ball that we hold in front of us. It's about the size of a cantaloupe, so don't give me a beach ball. Okay, just a cantaloupe. And notice that you can twist this. You can turn the ball on its axis up and down. And we're going to, all Tai Chi movements start to the left. So what we're going to do is step out with the heel first. We always step heel first. Out to the side, shift your weight, and as you bring that foot in, turn the ball over. And then we go to the other side. Step out, shift your weight, and as you bring the other leg in, turn the ball over. And that is our first form of the 8 we learned. It's called hold the ball. Now we are ready to go to form number 2, which is called part the wild horse's mane. So we've got to pretend there's a horse standing in front of us, And we're going to step out here to what would be about 2 o'clock. Well, actually it'd be 10 o'clock with your left foot. It's a diagonal lunge, and you're gonna take the hand up, look into your hand. The horse is putting his head in your hand. So now stroke his mane and bring your arm back around and step your feet back together again and hold the ball. Now we're gonna repeat that to the other side, your right. So look where you're going, step out, put your arm up for the horse to put his head in, part his mane very slowly, take the energy around, and then step back together and hold the ball. So that is form number 2. Form number 3 is called a single whip. So we're going to make a whip with your right hand. You're going to turn and look. We always look before we leap. So look where you're going, step out with your heel and go into a lunge and push with your hand. This is called ward off. You're warding off your enemy. Now keep your knees bent, shift your weight back, raise your toe, turn your toe toward the front and drop this hook. Shift your weight over to the front and hold the ball. Now we have the other hand on top. We're gonna go the other way. So we need to make our hook over here, or our whip. Turn and look out in front of you. Step out, ward off, and keep your knees bent, shift your weight back, turn your foot, turn your eyes, drop the hook, shift your weight, and bring your feet together. I'm gonna back up just a little bit. So now we go to the next form, which is called wave hands like clouds. So what I want you to do is get into this kind of movement with your hands. It's just swirling as if you had your hands in water. These are clouds moving. Clouds represent energy. So we're going to be holding the ball right here, and we're gonna move to your left. So you're gonna look to your left, and you're gonna step straight out to the side. It's a small step, heel first though. As you shift your weight, you want to take this hand out and look right into the palm of your hand as if you had a mirror. And as you bring this foot in, you take this hand out and you look out into the room rather than in your hand. So we do that 3 times. So we're going to step out, look into your hand, bring the other hand over, look out into the room. 3rd time, bring this arm out, look into your hand, and look into the room and hold the ball, because now we're going to move to the other side. So turn and look where you're going. Step your foot straight to the side, heel first. Shift your weight, take this hand out, look into it. Bring this foot in, look over into the room. Your hands really never stop moving. You're just looking and stepping, keeping your hands waving like clouds. When we get to the last one, 3, then we're going to hold the ball again. This hold the ball is like saying, okay, give me a minute to think what I'm gonna do next. Okay, so it's like a punctuation mark. So now we're going to be moving to the rear corner. If you can imagine a square around you, and if you can see the blue tape in here on the floor, that can be your square. We're going to move to the square on the left behind you. So we're gonna turn and look back. We're gonna step out, and we're gonna take our arms directly out from the shoulders. We're not gonna do stiff arms, just soft arms, elbows dropped. We rotate our wrists and palms up so we can receive energy. And then we're gonna step this foot together, hold the ball, and turn ourselves around the other way. Turn and look back to the other corner. Step towards that corner and take your arms out straight. Rotate your palms up. Separate your thumb and fingers on this hand that's behind you, and you bring it over your shoulder and step together and hold the ball. So that is the 4th form. And now we go on to the next one, which is called brush knee. Now on this form, we're going to be moving forward, not in big steps, but small steps. So I'm gonna step back a little bit. Imagine yourself going into a building that has a revolving door, because this is like what it's like. You're going to be brushing with one hand, but you're gonna be moving with the opposite hand. So I'm going to be going to your left now. So I'm going to brush this knee, but I'm gonna step out and I'm going to push that revolving door. Now before I change to the other side, I wanna be sure that I'm looking where I'm going. So I'm gonna turn over here and look, put this foot out, brush knee and press. And then I'm gonna look at the other way. We do this 4 times. Step, brush knee and press. And the last one, step, brush knee and press. And then we're going to come back together with the left hand on top. Our next form is called Fair Lady Works Shuttle. So if you can think about a lady sitting at her shuttle, her weaving loom, all day long, and she's getting so bored. Have any of you done that with your computers lately? Sitting and looking and getting so bored you want to look outside. Well, this is what the Fair Lady wants to do. So she turns and looks, and there's a window over here, and she wants to look out that window, but there's a lace curtain on it. So she's going to step out, and she's going to take her hands and just very gently open that lace curtain, look out into the yard, and she sees a bird or a butterfly, and she wants to capture it. So she reaches out, pulls it back, and this is far vision and this is near vision, so you start looking up close. And then you come back together and right hand on top, or left hand on top for you because we're going the other way. So now we're going to go this way. There's another window on the other side of the room. So she's going to step out, open this lace curtain very gently, look out into the yard, reach out for what she sees, like you're going to take a photograph, and you're going to bring it, make a diamond shape with your hands and bring it back towards your eyes, and then you're going to step together and hold the ball. So now we're ready for our last form, and it's called Grasp the Peacock's Tail. So we have a peacock standing in front of us with a nice long tail, and at first we don't see it, so we're looking out like we were going to do Part the Wild Horse's Mane. So we step out and bring this hand up, but suddenly we see this peacock, so we look down, we bring both hands, and we're going to stroke down this peacock's tail, and we're going to stroke back up the tail, and we're going to go into this form. Your hand is here, the other hand is at your wrist. It's called self-defense. So if it was, since Tai Chi is a self-defense movement, you would be kicking or doing something else, but this is your self-defense. And what you're going to do now is just rock yourself back and raise your toe, and then you're going to press down with your hands and look down at your foot. Bring your hands back up, push out gently. Notice no straight arms, and then step back together and hold the ball. So now the peacock turns around, and we're going to go the other way. So we're going to step out here as if we were going to do Part the Wild Horse's Mane, but instead, oh, there's that peacock. We're going to stroke down his tail. We're going to stroke back up his tail. We're going to put our hands in this self-defense mode. Shift your weight back, raise your toe, press down, look down, bring your hands back up, press out, and step together. And you can repeat that as many times as you want. You can change directions, but just repeat it. This is our closing now. It's called closing the door. We open the door at the first, so now we're going to close the door. We bring our arms up, and as we bring them down, we bend our knees, and we're going to cross our arms at the dantian, it's called. It's right at your navel. You cross your arms. Then you bring your hands up and cross your heart. And then you come up, and as you come down, we want to honor the energy in the room and the energy of everybody. So we put the right hand in the left, and we bow, and then we come back up. And that is your 8-form Tai Chi, moving for better balance. So come to a class. There's a lot more to it, but at least you know the forms and you can practice, practice, practice. That's it. Thank you.